Today, this is in response to Dr. Paul Krugman's article in the New York Times on Monday, December 21st, 2015, Donald Trump and the Decider. And what Dr. Krugman is questioning is why is it that we, whoever we are, I mean, let's say people on the left, are questioning why people are following Donald Trump. And he aptly points out that, hey, he's been ahead and he overtook Jeb 6 months ago and he's still ahead. What's the reason for that? Well, the reason is he's full of bluster, he's full of brime, and he says he's, as they say, often wrong, never in doubt. That's the Donald. And, when he makes all these false claims, the same with Carson and the same with Cruz, they don't acknowledge that they've ever made a mistake. They just double down on the fact that it's the other people who really made the mistake and they're correct. And Donald has done that time and time again. And of course, at the beginning, we thought that, he would be paying a heavy price for this, but he hasn't. And there are a couple of reasons for that. Now, Dr. Krugman is very apt as how he points out that, number one, that the Donald's positions really aren't that much different from the rest of the candidates. Maybe a teeny bit, a little bit more. He's more emphatic. He's more excited. Yeah, he says he has all the answers. But those positions are very much in line with all of the other Republican candidates. And the second thing, and this is the biggest thing, is that the Republican base has been taught, let's just call them the Tea Party aspect of it, they have been taught time and time and time again not to believe the liberal press. Don't listen to your lion eyes. Just listen to what we have to say, and we'll take you to the promised land. And of course, all of the Republican candidates, and he goes back to W. Bush, he won't even name him by name, he calls him the Decider. And of course, the reason why we want to go back just to Bush, even though this has been going on for a long, long time, is it accelerated so much since then. The whole thing about not believing the press has come on quite a bit since then, and a lot during also the Clinton campaign. But remember, when W came in, he was the cool guy. He was the affable guy. He was the guy you could have a beer in, even though he hadn't had a beer in a long time. And of course, what was his face? Gore was the nerd. All right. And of course, after 9/11, before 9/11, we were already talking about it being a one-term presidency for him because he was such a stupid goof up. But then when the war came in, he had to become 9/11, he had to become a wartime president. He sold himself off as the Decider. And of course, they just had a thing about the 1% solution, which was the Cheney premise was if there was a 1% chance that anything might happen, especially after 9/11, then when he had to take it as fact, we had to go after it. Meaning that any type of critical analysis that we needed to do of things, now we had to forget about it. There might be a chance that this can happen, so we better take care of this thing right now. And of course, what that did, basically to the base, is it said, we're going to go on our guts. We're going to go on our instinct. Facts be damned, reasonableness be damned, critical analysis be damned, because W is your leader. And he's going to go with his gut. And of course, we know where that all came from. But the big thing here is that Trump is basically following the lead that was set by W, that was set by Cheney, that was set before W and Cheney, and that all he is more emphatic, more self-assured, and of course the thing is he's gathering strength from the base that feels disoriented from the United States. What the United States is. They want it to go back to something. I don't know if it's 1850, 1950. It's somewhere in that time frame, probably not much after that. They want their country back. And of course, they think that the Donald can do it. And of course, I still wonder, are those people capable of voting for the Donald when push comes to shove? How many of them are actually voters? Again, when you have a leader and you've been told that leader, let's just say a leader, W and Trump, that they go with their gut, they go with your feeling, that's the wrong game to be playing.